Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great week. I hope you're able to get out this weekend and do some fishing. Um, I was going through some more baits, of course. It seems like I'm sure everybody is this time of year. But I was going through some crankbaits. Touched on them. I wanted to share some stuff with you guys real quickly that may help you get that big bite you're looking for here in the pre-spawn up to the spawn. Usually post-spawn. Some of this won't work. Some of these baits won't work. We all throw crankbaits in the spring. It's well known. Usually starting with average size crankbaits. You know, if you're talking about 1.5s and 2.5, just your standard 3/8 ounce square bill, like so. Okay, something like this is a staple. It catches fish everywhere in the country, pretty much year round. If it matches the conditions, a square bill is a must for anglers. Now, what I have found is in the pre-spawn, depending on your fishery, depending on your forage, let's say you've got big gizzard shad as a forage, or they like big panfish, big bluegill, then a man can take a bait like this. This is one from Geek Crack. I'm going to show you a few. This is I call it Vente Magnum. I'll take it out of the pack. These baits are going to exceed 1 ounce. Some of them are. Okay. But at times in the pre-spawn, you can pick up one of these gigantic square bills and catch you that 5, 6, 7, 8 pounder if they're in the waters you're fishing. And that doesn't say that 2 pounders won't hit this thing. It's amazing the size of the fish that'll hit this bait. We got some bugs flying here. Get out of here. So let me show you, give you a comparison. No standard 3/8 ounce square bill. Okay. Vente Magnum. Huge difference. Huge difference. Requires much different tackle to throw these two baits, which I'll get into before I end the video. But these oversized baits, guys, like this. Excuse me, my puppy's in here with me, so you might hear her over there chewing her bone. Especially around dam areas. Something about dam areas this time of year, year round, depending on flow. But you can get around with these kind of baits and do a little experimentation and catch some big fish, because they're in there to eat. I mean, they're in there to eat. There is so much forage in them areas a lot of times. Speaking of which, just like when you're throwing your traps, okay? Just like you're throwing your traps. Your standard 1/2 ounce trap, like this one from Dial, okay? As far as a standard, I'm not gonna say a 3/8 or a 1/2 ounce, but this is the usual. When you pick up a trap, it's about this size. This is a Daiwa, okay? This is a depths. Oh, hooked another Daiwa. This is a depths model. These are 3/4 ounce models, a little bit bigger, but not so much inside that you won't get bit on them. Then of course, ones like these 70s from Jackal. Perfect size, catch bass everywhere, just like the square bill. Just like the 3/8 ounce square bill, they catch fish everywhere. But, again, anglers can come, behind other anglers if they're on that bite and throw bigger traps. Like these right here, these 15s. A lot of people don't know about these, guys. I think they're almost like 4-inch. And these are 1 ounce, okay? These are 1 ounce. So there's this is the 15s. I call it 15. This is the LVR D15s, all right? Nice blunt nose. Everybody knows Lucky Craft's LV, the 500s, and they're some of the best traps made. But you can step up to the big boy like this and get that big bite you're looking for. Then the pre-spawn, it seems like. And of course, you can. I'm not gonna say there's no rules, year round, but for the most part, in the pre-spawn, when they're coming up and they're wanting to eat and feed, put that feed bag on before they move into the shallows to spawn. Baits like this were triggered from big fish. You can go the other way with it now. Now you can go like this jackal, drop down to a TM50, or even smaller, where these get, 1/4 ounce. I've got several. And smoke them on these, where they won't touch even a standard trap, but you can come by with a little 1/4 ounce trap and absolutely waylay them. So what I'm saying is, it's good to keep, if you can, both ends of the spectrum in your arsenal. This time of year especially. And if it's a hassle, go through the hassle this time of year, because it's worth it. It's not going to pay off on every trip, but if it pays off on 2 trips out of 10, or even 1, that's worth it for me. Just like Imakatsu made theirs. I mean, guys, that's a jam up trap right there. And I would imagine in some areas, even bedding, they would not allow this in the vicinity. The great late Aaron Martins, God bless his soul. He came out with the Apex from Duo. This is his. This is another of the bigger models. Let me give you some comparisons. I got tackle everywhere. Give you some comparisons and such. See, as you can see. So, the 1 ounce, there is something to it. You can catch fish going to the other side of the spectrum. I think we limit ourselves, guys, when we we choose baits. We think that oh, that's way too big or it's too small. I think we really limit ourselves, and pressure can have something to do with us wanting to throw smaller and smaller baits. It is getting more and more hectic out on the water, but to me, the other end of the spectrum is just as effective as going down. You can have them same results going up, and there is options out there if you're looking for them. Okay, like I told you about the Gee Crack. It's a great running bait. Everyone is familiar with the 4.0s from Mega Bass. That's another example. Now this Stormy Magnum from Nories, this one's not known about a lot. This is a sleeper, guys. If you can find this one, get it. Stormy Shot from Nories. And of course it's a Magnum, just like the Vente Magnum, and it's a Magnum crankbait. Okay. Comparison, guys. Your standard 3/8. There's the Nories Stormy Magnum. I mean, this is a beautiful square bill, guys. This is a beautiful square bill, no matter the size. Nories attention to detail. I mean, check out you can see I hope you can see the eyes and stuff. The light in here is not the greatest. The attention to detail on these bigger plugs, even the Gee Crack. Look at the Gee Crack. It's phenomenal. So, in closing, when you are catching them on square bills, or you're catching them on traps, don't hesitate to set that standard size down and pick up the big boys and see what happens. And don't just give it 10 minutes, give it an hour. Crankbaits like this, I can tell you, Mega Bass Orochi launcher, that stick can handle crankbaits like this with ease. I've thrown these on that rod and I'm gonna show you this other one, guys, that you'll like. And I've thrown this one a lot. This me, bro. It's more of like a flat-sided, 27 grams. Let me show it to you real quick. You know, this one here has already seen some action. But see, it's more flats. It's more flat-sided. So it's, you know, it's big. Okay, it's a bigger bait, but it's more flat than a lot of these other baits. This one right here is going to push a lot of water and get deep. You would be surprised how deep these go. You would think, oh, well, the bill, because, you know, fishing all the other square bills, we know about depth. You know, usually the square bill, you're looking at 5, 6, in that range, depending on the model and your line choice. These go much deeper. So I throw them on that launcher with Tatula 150 and 16-pound Samurai on up. So that stick can handle them. That stick can handle slow rolling 1 ounce spinner baits on the bottom with that 150 and a 5.5 or 6.31. That's all you need, guys. But these Miros like this, these two are awesome. You can find them at a lot of these baits. You can find at, of course, the Hookup Tackle and Japan Import Tackle and the various stores around the country, because there's more and more opening, it seems like. Anyway, I hope this helps. And I know it's all over the place, but it's so much to talk about trying to cram it in just a few minutes. So I got to get back at it and get this done. I want to hit the water fully organized and not worrying about where this is, and that I won't have everything tight. So and plus, I'm wanting to bring you guys along for the trip on the water when I leave here in a couple weeks. I'm gonna film a lot of stuff on the water and show a lot of these baits, and hopefully we all learn something from it. But I hope you have a great weekend, guys. As always, thanks for watching. God bless and tight lines.